And I'd just like to welcome you all again and thank you for being here at Experience Avaya APAC here in Singapore. I can't believe we just gave away a CE360. I've been trying to get my hands on one of those for a while. We need to have a chat later. So I'm here to talk about how Avaya is innovating to make your customers happier. Okay. Who doesn't want to have happy and engaged customers? But we're also going to be talking about how we are innovating to make your employees happier. Okay? So we're doing this not only through the use of simple and innovative experiences, but through experiences that matter to your employees. Now, Nadal talked this morning about how we're in this era of unprecedented change in business. Unprecedented pace and change, so many new technologies that are coming into the mix, and it's disruptive, right? Unprecedented disruption in business. The other thing that Nadal talked about was how we've got the customers that are, or the organizations that are the most successful, the organizations that have the highest rates of growth are the organizations that not only care about how happy their customers are, but they care about how happy their employees are. Okay. So when we look at happiness as a measure, okay, why is it that when we know how the organizations or the teams that are the most effective in communicating are the most successful teams, why is it then, as part of our digital transformation strategies, we leave out communications? Okay. Communications needs to be at the very heart of our digital transformation strategies, not the afterthought. But right now we have a gap. Okay? We have a gap between the existing systems that we have. We have a gap between the different tools and the different experiences that we have. There's no unification between those tools. They don't talk to one another. They don't share information, and they are hard to use. We're not creating an experience. So how do we get across this bridge to the modern core infrastructure that we need to drive digital agility within our businesses to get us to where we need to go as an organization? So this takes a fundamental shift in our thinking about digital transformation. We need to start to move away from this concept of unified communications, and we need to move towards the digital workspace. Now, why is this? If I look at a couple of different personas, if I look at someone who's working in healthcare, if I look at someone who's working in maybe public safety, and if I look at maybe a sales associate, they're not thinking about communications tools when they do their job every day. Okay. If I'm in nursing, I'm thinking about how I get a better patient outcome for my patients. If I'm in public safety, I'm thinking how can I be more accountable to the constituents that I'm serving? How can I make sure that my communications are secure? And if I'm a sales associate, I'm going to be thinking about how can I be more connected to my customers? How do I find new opportunities and close those more quickly? Now, for none of those people are they thinking about the tools, okay? But they have a need to have an experience that provides them with the tools to do their role. We also need to move away from this concept of unified communications towards embedded communications. Okay? Why should we let the communications tools that we have today drive our process? Shouldn't we be taking the tools and changing them so they fit into the processes that we have? When I get up in the morning, the first thing I think about is getting my first cup of coffee, but it's not the only thing I think about. I'm also thinking about getting my kids to school on time. Do I have an appointment with my dentist? I'm thinking about what's that important customer I need to get to, or do I have a collaboration meeting that I'm going to click to join? Okay. I'm thinking about a lot of different things. And that's why with the Avaya IX Workplace, we start with the top of mind view. From one single view, I can see my entire schedule for the day. I can see the messages that I need to respond to from my team. I can see the calls I need to return, and I can manage my day from one place. Now, I'm going to invite Mackenzie to come up on stage with me, and Mackenzie is going to show us her top of mind, and let's see how your day's going, Mackenzie.
Thanks, Jeremy. All right, can you guys hear me okay? So, like Jeremy said, I'm going to run you all through how I use the Equinox application every day. So we all know what it's like when you're in the workplace and you have all these disaggregate applications. You have chat on your desktop, then you have a calendar on your phone, a pin, a bridge you need to dial into. Well, the Equinox top of mind is truly a one-stop solution that brings all of these applications together into one interface. So as you can see, my phone is mirrored on the screens behind me, so you can follow along as I demonstrate how I use the application. So as Jeremy said, we always open our application to the top of mind screen. Oops, go back here. The first thing you see is my meetings, my calendar, my messages, and any missed calls or voicemails that I might have associated with specifically my work number. So let's start at the top here. Within each of these panels, we have even more features. You can see right off the bat that I have 4 meetings today. If I click one more, there we go. You can see I have 4 meetings on my calendar today. So actually, every night before I go to bed, I check this because I never know when I need to be somewhere, where I need to be then, where I need to be there, and what I might be discussing.
Where's that calendar coming from, Mackenzie?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Jeremy. So what's really great is that the client integrates with all calendars on your personal device. So maybe you have a hair appointment on your iPhone calendar, or you have a conference bridge, maybe you're using Outlook. Equinox will pull from all of those different calendars and put them right here. So you have everything ready to go as you start your day. Now I'm going to jump into one of these really quickly just to show you guys that everything you would see in your traditional desktop, you can see here on the client. You can see who the invitees are. So if 3 other people in my meeting, I can see if it's a conference bridge, where the location is, and any other associated notes. So what we really love about the Equinox client is if there's a conference bridge associated, it has the ability to automatically pick up on this and integrate it into this one-touch application. So all I would have to do is click join, and it knows my bridge and pin associated. So moving forward, we'll go down. We'll see that we have messages. Right off the bat, you can see the presence. So it looks like Fei Hong is away. You can see that I'm online with the green circle there. And it looks like Frederick's offline. Well, what if I need to message Frederick and he's offline? Well, it's not a big deal because we have presence. So with presence, it means we have always on messaging. And with that, I can message Freddie, and it doesn't matter where or when he opens his application. As soon as he gets online, maybe it's his iPad, his desktop, his iPhone, no matter where he is, he will instantly get this message as soon as he gets on the client. Then you'll see here at the bottom that we have a group chat. So we use group chat, like you guys all use WhatsApp, whatever it may be. It's really convenient, especially for events like this, when you need to have everyone in one place. So what's very unique here is you'll see the phone icon and the video icon on the top right. If I had a situation with a crisis or I needed to launch an impromptu meeting, I can simply click on either of these icons, and it will automatically send out a bridge to all participants who are in this group chat and connect them to my bridge. So it's very useful throughout the day when you have something impromptu. And I'm really pointing this out just to show you that throughout the entire client, you have the ability to collaborate. It's embedded through each part of the solution. So we're moving forward, moving down. Of course, we have our enterprise directory. You can see any missed calls I have. It's associated with your whole work number, so you don't need to be looking up maybe your boss's, someone you wouldn't know their number traditionally, but if you wouldn't know their number, you don't need their cell. You can just search on the client here. Again, you can see their presence. It is included in the client. So hopefully I didn't go too quick on the demonstration there, but this wouldn't be a live demonstration if I didn't actually show you how to join a conference. But instead of clicking on these buttons, which I could do to demonstrate, I'm actually going to use the help of a third-party digital assistant. So maybe I'm driving in my car and I don't want to use my hands, I don't even want to use my eyes, but I know I'm running late and I need to join a conference. I'm going to look to the help for the assistance from Siri. So let's see. Hey Siri, dial next meeting using Equinox. So Siri should upload my meeting here. There she goes. And as you can see, I'm in the meeting. My favorite part about this is Equinox joins a meeting and your camera is off and your mute is on. And it's a simple feature, but I love it because we all know, we've all seen that person who joins a video, they're hogging all the audio line, and they're distracting everyone with a crazy image. If I wanted to, I simply one touch. I can turn on my video. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Andrew's in Dubai. Thank you for joining. Turn off my video. And there you go. There he is. Looks like I joined this meeting late. But it's not to worry, because Avaya's Equinox application has a unique ability to integrate slider. So this means if someone's presenting, you don't have to interrupt them and say, hey, can you go back a few slides? You don't need to bother anyone with that. You just click here, and you can go and move around from all the slides that have been presented during this session. So it's secure just to this session, but allows you to be productive with the time that you have. All right. So very quick overview of how I use the application every day. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't actually show you how we're using it. There you go.
Yeah. Now, that was a great user experience, and I love that it was based around your choice of device and integration.
Absolutely. And in this situation, I joined using Siri, but you don't just have to join using Siri. When I say that the tool is genuinely embedded with all applications on your personal device, I mean it. Whether you have any home digital assistant, you can use that on Equinox. Or any other productivity tools, whether it's an auto assistant voice if you're driving, Equinox has the ability to integrate with all of these different device applications. Excuse me.
Wow, that's great. What a great mobile experience, right? Now, that's the mobile experience, but we can provide that experience onto Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, or within a web browser. But that's not the only experiences that we have. Over here, we have our CU360 collaboration unit that we just gave away one of them. So I'm going to invite Michael and I'm going to invite Frederick to come up and to talk about our new Teams collaboration solution and to talk about some of the other devices that we have to create end-to-end user experiences.
Thank
Michael,
you, Jeremy.
it's all yours. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy. Good afternoon. My name is Michael Rimbold. Let me take you through our latest huddle room solution. So huddle rooms are becoming very important for your teams. Huddle rooms are basically for teams of 3 to 5 people to get really quickly together and collaborate. So that's the reason why it's very proud, Avaya is proud to launch our brand new IX collaboration unit, which is the first in market with really revolutionary technology inside. So as you can see, the collaboration unit sits on top of a screen. In this case, we're using an Avaya 75-inch touchscreen, but you can use a screen of your choice, right? Smaller one, bigger ones, any brand. It simply works better with the Avaya. So it's an all-in-one solution. That means a 4K camera is coming in with this device. It's inbuilt microphones, and it's connected naturally to cloud-based applications or content-sharing platforms. So right from here, you can really easily start the conference or join the conference, where we saw already the example with McKinsey.
Michael, let's get into the call. I think McKinsey is on the call, Andrew's there. Let's go in.
So what I do, you see the call button. I have also contacts and other elements I can use. I will push here the call button. It gives me the list. I just push here our predefined conference bridge. Automatically takes me in.
So now joining everybody on the call.
Hello, Andrew, again.
I think McKinsey is on, she doesn't want us to be on the picture. She wants, can I have your video, please?
I'll spare you all.
Oh, there you go.
Here I am. There you go.
Okay, now this is video. We sell video. This is what we need to have the video in. Go on.
So what else can we do? We can easily share a presentation. So what we do is select present. I have the option of whiteboard or applications. I go to applications. So it will open my different applications. It could be a content sharing platform, right? So from here.
So Michael, what do you get the content for? You get it from Open Cloud, any cloud that you have, any OneDrive that you have?
You can use content sharing platform. You can use your laptop, wirelessly connect to the device.
Good.
So here we have a presentation on.
Actually, we can do it from here. So let's go back from here. Let's do the end of the show and get back. So you can see that's a presentation. It's a native PowerPoint presentation. So I'll give it back to Michael. I'm going to go to presentation mode. And there you go. Go ahead. You're seeing the content, am I right? Yes, so definitely.
Just press here present, and then it shares, as you can see. Really easy. So Andrew, also in Dubai, came over the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we can now advance in our meeting. In this case, we run through the different Avaya video solutions, starting from an Equinox, which we saw with Mackenzie. Then we go to the Avaya Vantage. It's a small device. We go to an executive device. Then we have the room systems, the XT series, up to the telepresence, and now our brand new huddle room family. If I want to highlight, go here to the tools, ink, and I can just draw it here, and everybody, can you see it? Mackenzie, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Perfect circle.
Right here. If I want to move on in the presentation, here's the device as you see it on top of the screen. Just a few cables, wireless connection.
Can we see more details about how is it in the back? How does it support?
For sure.
And who does it support also?
As I mentioned, it's an Android device. This is really revolutionary. This is cool. So you can download any Android application, as you can see.
We can see, but we cannot mention. But no worries, this is normal. Go ahead. So let's see the technology in the back.
Now we have the device from the front. You see the camera and some lights that shows the status of the camera. On the back end, you have different connections from USB, from power, from a Kensington lock. So you don't want to have someone take it out of your room.
It has
connects to
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth,
hotspot,
and all these other
Bluetooth.
things. Yeah.
So really complete, easy to go device. But Frederick, what else we have in our portfolio?
Well, you know that portfolio is not only that, it's not only the CU, we have a rich portfolio of our endpoints. So let's go back and continue going to our endpoints. So let me make the screen a little bit bigger, because I want you to see it bigger. Am I right? Do you see it well? Perfect? All okay? Good. So you've seen our phones outside. You've seen that we've been investing the last year a lot into our phones. And guess what? You've got those two phones that are here. So basically, I can do it even bigger. So going back to my slides, I can just make it bigger and move it on the side. So I'm showing you some functionality of the CU. You can see those two phones, we have them now in white. So we just launched 2 new models to add power of what we heard from you guys. You're the persons, you're the partners, decided that we wanted that phone. So these days, we're listening to you more. So we want you to give us the feedback. What are the devices that you want to see in the next generation? We don't build technology for you to use, but for you to tell us what you want to use. So part of the series, you have the J129, 139. You see outside also, first time, the J159. It's a prototype that we are proud to show you here. You have the 69, 79, as I said, the 2 white phones. Again, what a phone if I don't get it customized. I'm paying for it. I want it to be in my brand. I want it to be with my flavor. So I'll do the Picasso style. So this is what we'll be able to build and get your phone customized to you. Also, let's continue. Our headsets. Headsets. This is something that you use every day. We've built something unique. We have something unique in those headsets, what's called acoustic protection for your ears. So you have a special pattern for Avaya that ensure that your voice or someone speaks aloud on the other side, ensure that your voice or your ear doesn't get destroyed. And also, not destroyed, but damaged. Now, also we have the QDs, and I invite you to go outside and see all the different devices and even test them, feel and have a look at them. Now, again, when I said about the acoustic profile, this is where you see that we have that pattern to Avaya. It doesn't stop here. Audio conferencing. Audio conferencing, we're into that business. We have the biggest portfolio in the market. It's one of the most advanced ones. Even if I look at this slide, actually this slide is outdated, by the way. I need to do some changes. So basically, if I do, it's not under development. You have those devices. Q3, the device is already outside. The Q2 has been delivered already. It's already outside, loving. We're using it in our offices. Why don't you use it? It's a wireless DECT to SIP. Beautiful product to use every day. It has a USB connector that you can use it from your laptop also. So we're getting the collaboration and the whole communication to a next stage. The B199, wireless, Bluetooth, all this functionality. You can even daisy chain 3 of them, having in a big conference room, unique into the market. So let's continue. What do we have more? The DECT portfolio. We're enhancing that portfolio. It's still a big business. I know in Asia you don't have it everywhere as a DECT approved, but it's coming more and more. It's a demand that the market is asking for it, and you're going to see it more and more. Hospitality. You're the one who asked for hospitality phones. So we built 2 hospitality phones. So basically we had this one for the bathroom, this one which you can customize, and this one which is the first in the market to have a screen. But also, we heard also from you, you said, we still want analog. We still see hotels who want analog phones. So now we're adding 2 more phones out into the list of having them, these devices that will be the next generation. Because we want to be into hotels, we want to be into that business. Let's continue. What do we have more? You remember that slide that Michael showed you, and he showed you the whole portfolio. But we missed 2 parts. Our Vantage, which is here, our Vantage has an application which is downloadable free from the App Store, and you're able to control all our XT series. This is a uniqueness that actually I didn't see in any of our competitors. So this is where you can have a Vantage in every conference room and control your whole XT. But also, the most important is also the whiteboard, which we'll show you now how we can do a whiteboard with everybody which was on the call and be able to do a off top of mind information and write it out and everybody can see it at the same time. Let's continue. All these devices that you will see outside, all of them have another code and have another business called OpenSIP. So we are into OpenSIP business also. OpenSIP that it works on any other platform. You can buy them and you can get them into ISPs, you get them to your clients who are using other platforms once you use Avaya phones. Because we have now at the moment a nice portfolio and the most innovative. From the Vantage series all the way to the J series, to the H series with hospitality and the B series which are our phone. And we're not forgetting the DECT part which is there. I think this is it. So let's go back and just kill that application with presentation and let's begin doing some whiteboarding. So we go back to present.
Fred, what happens if you don't have a touch screen?
Oh, actually, it's very simple. You use the remote control.
Ah, okay.
So you're right. Wait, I don't know. Basically, I'm just pressing on the remote control. You can see it's called Air Mouse. I can move with and I have a keyboard in the back in case I want to type anything.
Cool.
Now, going back to the widescreen, whiteboard, so I can do whiteboard sharing now. And now I can begin writing with all my colleagues. So I can say, thank you. Am I right? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Can we thank the team?
I forgot the you, sorry.
Can we thank the team for showing us a really great set of experiences and the amazing portfolio of devices that Avaya has to offer. Thanks, guys. So we heard this morning that Avaya is continuing to invest in our core technologies, and that we need to have a strong core to provide us with the scalability, the security, the resilience, all of the things that we come to expect from Avaya, but also the ability to have multiple devices and multiple experiences attached to a user profile. Now, that core is only as good as the way we have it exposed to the end user, as the experience we provide to the end user. And this is why we are extremely proud to announce that this week we were named, we were awarded with Gartner's Peer Insights Customer Choice Award. Okay. This is an award that we are really proud to receive because it comes from you. It's based upon customers' feedback and customers that have experienced the Avaya experiences with IX Digital Workspace. But it wasn't enough. We didn't want to stop there because with our Digital Workspace applications, they're actually built upon our own toolkit or our own SDK. And what that means is, if I need to personalize the experience to something that my team is going to get more benefit from, a better experience from my team, if I need to create a completely custom application that's going to serve my team better, or if I need to take any of the pieces of functionality from that core and embed it into my other business applications, I can also do that. So let's have a look at some of the things where Avaya is doing, some of the innovation that we are creating to help our customers with personalized experiences. So the first, this is awesome. I absolutely love this. The ability now, we just looked at the top of mind before, we now have the ability to customize the top of mind. Okay. So if my team needs to have a button that they can press and bring everyone together onto one conference call, one collaboration session, we can create that. If I need to link into another business application at the touch of a button, I can do that. If I need to drive a workflow that's part of what I need to do to get my job done each and every day, single button click. Now you may think, how much customization does this take? Well, go outside, check it out in the demo room. The guys are creating buttons within a minute or two. So this is really simple, low-code automation to be able to create unique experiences for your team. The next experience is, we've talked a lot about AI today, but we've taken AI and the chatbot concepts that we have within Contact Center, and we're now embedding this into our IX Workspaces application. Now, why would I do that? Well, imagine being able to sit at your desk, chat with the bot, and say, how much leave do I have? Not only that, create a workflow that then allows me to book my leave. Right? What a cool user experience. What about features and functionality of that core? Right? We've got over 770 features within our core, but I don't know how to use most of them. What if I can then go to the chatbot and I can say, call forward to Nadal? Right? Don't all do that, please. But I can then invoke features that I don't have to know how to use. I don't have to read the manual. Okay? Really great user experience, making it so simple that anyone can use it. So we also heard a lot from Chris this morning about some of the AI integrations that we're doing in our AI Connect program. Now, we've done some AI integration with Baidu directly into the IX Workspaces application. Now, what we're doing here is embedding a button so we can talk to the IX Workspaces application and use Baidu's AI in the background, okay, to link into other business applications. So in this case, in this example, I can literally say to Baidu in my language of choice, maybe in Mandarin Chinese, for example, that tell me about how my contact center is running. What's the KPIs for all of the English-speaking agents on the voice channel that are in Beijing? And it's going to bring that to me and give me that into my client. Okay. Simple integrations, and the important one about this is it's localized to this region. We have a lot of scenarios where a lot of you would have contact centers already, but you've also got agents that are out in the field. You've got users that are in branch offices, mobile salespeople, insurance assessors, personal bankers. Now, these users can absolutely take advantage of the contact center functionality that we have. I mean, why would you not want to report on how many calls your sales team are taking and making each day, right? So what we did is, instead of creating a new contact center mobile-based application, okay, to make all of these users, give them the ability to use contact center applications or contact center features, is we took our contact center elite functionality and we have embedded it into the IX Workspaces application. Okay? The same user application that I'm using for my mobility, for my collaboration, for messaging my team, and now I can log in as an agent, I can be call recorded, I can be reported on, we can get our KPIs and everything embedded into the same application. Okay? Great user experience. Now, what about all of the other applications that we use each and every day? Our office productivity tools, our CRM applications. Okay? It's no longer enough to just look at collaboration tools. We have to look at embedding communications into the fabric of what we do, into our business processes, whether that be into that business productivity tool or the CRM. So if I'm a salesperson, I might be embedded in my CRM every day. So to contact my customers, I need to jump outside of that application to use the tools. Why not embed them into the tools that you are already using so you're saving time for those users. I don't have to jump between applications, between windows. It's all there in one place for me to have a great user experience with. So with our client SDK that we've built our IX Workspaces applications on top of, it allows us to either fully customize the client to the requirements I have within my business and the requirements I have to make my team happy. I can embed applications, or I can create automated workflows. Now, the best way to look at this is by showing you an example. So let's have a look at a hospitality example. So you saw before, Freddie showed you our Vantage device. Now, on this Vantage device, we're running what we call our Houdini application. This has been set up for a hospitality scenario. Now, myself, when I'm staying in a hotel, I know the experience that I want to have. And my experience is normally that I'm coming back late after meetings and I want to go and just order the burger that's on the menu. Okay? But because this is an Android-based device, we can start to do some cool things. Okay? We can link into IoT devices and IoT sensors in the room. So when I get back to the room, not only can the device now sense that I'm in the room, it can then automate my preferences in the room. It can open the curtains, turn the lights to the way that I set it, maybe ask me if I want to play my favorite playlist. Okay. Really great user experience. But what about the back office, right? What about when I'm interacting with room service to order that burger? Well, most of us are used to having our devices now and doing things self-service, right? So I can go to the Vantage, I can self-serve through the application, I can find the burger that I want, and I find that, hey, that's not the same burger I normally order, the one I ordered last time. I want the cheeseburger. They've just got the plain burger this time. So I'm going to have to call through. I'll call through to room service. Click on the call button, go through to room service. They're going to get all the information about the screen I was on, the context of where I was, what I was looking at, and they're going to know my preferences already. So they can say, hey, Jeremy, we see that you're looking at the burger. Do you actually want to order the burger that you normally order? We can make a special order for you. And we can push through to that device a picture of what I'm going to get. Right? That's an awesome user experience for me. That's the kind of thing that I would love to see, right, when I stay in a hotel. So with Avaya, we're allowing you to build completely new experiences, experiences that are helping to make your team more productive, helping to make your team happier, and helping them to have an experience that matters. Now, this morning, Nadal made an announcement that we're super excited about, our IX Digital Workspaces application. So the future of intelligent enterprise collaboration is here, and we call it the IX Digital Workspace. It is one single place that I can go to see all of my communications that are tailored to me and are tailored to my preferences. Right? If we have AI running over the top, it's not going to give me that cluttered inbox view of my email. It's going to give me my email in a way that I can see the ones I would normally preference at the top. I'm going to reply to my boss first. I'm going to reply to my customers at first as well. Right? We'll put those at the top. The things I'm CC'd on, we'll put them down at the bottom. So it's helping me to manage my day. It's helping me to manage my communications all from one feed, all from one place, all from one application, and all from Avaya.